Ian Brady now knows he's likely to die in the secure hospital he desperately wants to be transferred from. The child killer spoke publicly for the first time in nearly 50 years at his mental health tribunal, and it failed. But now Ian Brady has got more to say. Just after he lost his legal bid, we wrote to him at Ashworth Hospital. In response, he's now sent this letter to 5 News. In the 700 words, he speaks for the first time about the panel's decision. He condemns the process and the public money spent on it.
£250,000 wasted by Ashworth medical mediocrities, manipulating a politically motivated tribunal, designed to distract public attention from the lack of reasoned argument and pertinent evidence.
During the tribunal at Ashworth Hospital, Brady was described as chronically psychotic. He has long-term paranoid schizophrenia. In his letter, Brady criticises the health professionals who gave evidence.
The pathetic petty abuse which rubber stamp witnesses employ to smear, discredit and distract revealed more about Ashworth's collective culture of applied ignorance and malice than it did about me. Those listening in the real world would have doubted their senses.
At 13, John Kilbride was snatched, strangled, then buried by Brady and Myra Hindley. Today, John's brother Terry read the letter with me. He thinks Brady's reaction to the tribunal ruling is predictable.
Saying it was all a fix, more or less, that saying in that letter, in all them long words he puts together like he does, because he has a brain box, which we know he's very clever. But that's all it is. He wants to be there again, saying that it's all been a fix, so you can have an appeal and do it all again and waste another £250,000.
In his letter, as in his tribunal, Brady speaks of his time with other notorious figures at Wormwood Scrubs prison. One of them was the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter Sutcliffe.
I had long discussions with IRA and Arab freedom fighters at the Scrubs. I met hundreds of long and short-term prisoners, including Sutcliffe. I cooked daily meals for the prisoners on my landing, while Ronnie Craig cooked for those on his.
We showed the note to psychologist Dr. Chris Cowley, who carried out extensive interviews with Brady over 6 years. This letter, he says, displays all the sides of his twisted character.
Exactly the same as he's been since I've known him. Very cool, very calculated, very, very manipulative, like I said, and with no evidence whatsoever of any kind of change. I mean, it'll give him a burst of energy, I think, losing the tribunal. It's like something else he's got to fight now.
Brady has never shown any remorse for his 5 victims. He refused to answer any of the questions put to him by 5 News about the murders. He issues just one apology in the letter, but it's not for his barbarity, but something trivial.
Excuse my handwriting, caused by 14 years medical neglect of my cataracts by Ashworth.
The NHS Trust, which runs Ashworth Hospital, says it takes the physical health needs of all its patients seriously. As one of the country's most reviled killers, Ian Brady has said much recently, but nowhere has he shown an understanding of the true horror of his crimes. Julian Drucker, 5 News.